Hey y'all. Oh no. His family died? That's fucked up. Spoiler. Jesus. Happy Marvel Day. What is that screaming? So I played a little bit of this earlier, and he just does a lot of screaming that I can't comprehend. But anyway, today the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection came out, which includes the first collaboration between... Did not know you could pick that shit up. The first collaboration between Marvel and Capcom, which is this beautiful game over here. Chris and Dean. I'll pick a bad day to come in here. The Punisher. Okay, we can only use guns when the enemy is using guns. That's good to know. Good boy. Finish now, Bruno. Scully, get him. Scully, you look kind of different. We have this spinny kick move that makes him yell something I can't quite make out. It also seems to hurt him a little. No! You weren't ready for the cheapness. Thank you for the slow-mo. That was really important. Food. Tell me where your boss is. He's at Castle Monteverde, Florida. Thanks and goodbye. I've also been on a big Punisher comic binge, so... Specifically the Max run. Written by Garth Ennis and some other people. Bruno won't escape me this time. There's also, in this collection, there's an achievement for playing as Nick Fury, which just requires playing as Player 2. But we're gonna stick with the OG for right now. No! Hello. Chris and Saxon are having a bad day. And we've got ninjas. Midori. Midori and Mizuki. Hey, what are you guys doing in here? Who's that? Red Lamp. Off of me! Don't die so easily. Time for justice. Bruno! You're programmed by the Kingpin to terminate you. I should have known. Why is there a boomerang in here? All I got is my legs, my kicking feet. Kingpin. I knew he was behind all of this. Are those sharks okay? I should have known Kingpin and his robot army was here. Chance for me to blow them out of the water. Yeah. No! No! Is that Stilt Man? Pretty boy. Dylan, get out of here. I'm not scared of you, Karate Man. Die in your own blood, baby. Who are you? You know the drill. Hey Sammy, how's it going? It's going, you know. I was not prepared for this guy. I hope you're having a good day so far. Luckily, I don't have to be that good at this game. I was hoping that these robot guys would be Stilt Man, but I'm gonna live disappointed. Bone Breaker, huh? Oh, hello. My favorite part so far is that Punisher seems to yell things that I don't understand. Ooh. I didn't know you wrote reviews. That's pretty cool. Huge poppy field and a mobile factory. Maki, shut up. Sorry, that's my sister's dog. And I've been reading a lot of Punisher comics. I read the Max run, which started with Garth Ennis. And I loved, and I've never read it before, but I love it dearly. If I had a nickel for every time Frank Castle killed someone with a shark, I would have 3 nickels. Mike, I'm in. hitting them with potatoes? I was curious about that, how you got the game, but I hope you had fun at least. The Switch is not really known for its for being the ideal version of most things that it has, but... Ranking pad entirely enough of this. And I saw when I was looking stuff up earlier that there is a mod, that there's a Maximilian dude is making a mod for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite to fix the graphics. So I would be curious to try that one because I paid full price for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And I felt like a moron. Oh, you can spin them around, hell yeah! Gus, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Well, I was looking at pictures and people just put the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 like cell shading filter on it on the vanilla graphics, and it really seems like Infinite was supposed to have that art style and they just removed it midway through development because it looks like you just turned on a setting. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was originally supposed to look similar to Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Which didn't have the highest res graphics either, but it's the visual style made up for it. Bushwhacker! Well, that's a time-honored tradition for mods. I'd also be curious to try the what is it? The clone engine where they're adding a bunch of characters that to Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There's also a Mugen game. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that program where you can make your own fighting games. There are a couple of Marvel vs. Capcom games I saw on there recently that I'm curious about. I don't even remember what the high score was at the start, but I'm sure we're gonna obliterate it. Oh no, he's gonna talk to me about the Mets. Ooh. Tekken 8 2 weeks early is huge, actually. I was distracted by Punisher's rock-hard cheeks. Now I'll have your head. Why was he looking around like he didn't know where I was? You know what this game needs? Poop water. A couple weeks ago, I tried to play the Punisher game on the PS2, but I could not get it to emulate right. That's the game that was banned in several countries until they censored some shit. Why was there a medieval lance in there? There's also just a lot of medieval weaponry in general going around. Oh, getting trophies early is fun. Even though I'm not super concerned about trophy getting at the rule. Dean is having a bad day. We also played the other few weeks ago. We played the unreleased Daredevil game for the PS2, or we played the first level of it at least because I couldn't get the rest of the game to work. But there was a Daredevil game that got canceled like when it was 95% done. Oh, not you guys again. The hell out of here. Big ass stilt man over here. I have the Platinum Trophy for the first Insomniac Spider-Man. And I think that's it. What the little bit I was able to play of the Daredevil game seemed fun, but the emulator was just not cooperating that day. And when I was going through my Punisher read-through, I realized that there was a Punisher versus Barracuda comic that was supposed to come out in 2020, but got canned because of COVID, and I feel robbed. The Spider-Man Platinum Trophy, the trophies were mainly just things that you would have already done if you're just trying to 100% the game. The only real trophy I remember getting that wasn't part of 100% is that you can visit Uncle Ben's grave. Punisher for Marvel vs. Capcom 4, let's do it. The next boss is Donkey Kong. I don't care how many of your sisters you bring here. I don't want you coming around here no more. I have not read it, no. I read the... Well, actually... No, I don't think I have. But I've been reading the Max Run, which is the imprint where Marvel releases comics with graphic violence and foul language. Which means that most of the comics are not on their Marvel Comics reading app, because there's a ton of slurs. He just wants to shake your hand to death. This Inspector Gadget bitch. I have a site that I can go to. I just prefer to use the official apps when I can. No, get out of here. I thought about I do YouTube videos sometimes. I've done a couple, but a video that I have thought about is reviewing every DC Marvel crossover. Good luck's finally run out. I know he's hiding somewhere in this hotel. They have re-released some of them in like an omnibus recently, but it's like $200 or something crazy. As much as I like JLA/Avengers, I'm not paying that much for it. Give me 1 second, I can link it. it's just, but it's also just Persimmons 12. I can link to the playlist that has my 2 Doom Patrol videos. I mostly just use it to archive my VODs, but I can dig that up real quick.
Hello.
That doesn't need to be there. There's also... Thank you, Sammy. That's very nice. There's a Punisher comic that I think about a lot, where the cover is like the Punisher on a jet ski, and the caption is like, "You just rented a jet ski to the Punisher. Kiss that baby goodbye." And I love it so much. Scully, didn't I kill you already? And I heard that at least for Marvel superheroes and X-Men Children of the Atom, that the boss characters are playable without, or just playable like normal. I've heard of that Punisher in Space comic. I wasn't sure what to make of it from the bits I saw. I remember there was a comic Discord that I used to be in, and I remember I kind of got dunked on for saying that I was a fan of Garth Ennis because I didn't realize that was going to be a controversial take. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess. Because I really like his Hitman comic a lot from DC. Oh dear. That guy looks lost. Jigsaw? Random archenemy boss fight, but that's cool. Dog, if you don't shut up, I will just be quiet. Please. Wow, cat. He just took like 80% of my health off. like Raiden used to scream when he does his tornado move, and it's just complete gibberish. Fucking Ghosts and Goblins is leaving its props in the game. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the early 2000s. It's like my formative years, so there was not a lot of arcades, but my mother had a very strict like rule on what kind of game I was allowed to play, because she knew that some games were just there to like eat your quarters. One of my favorite parts from the Punisher comics I've been binging is when Elektra shows up and she immediately, like within a page of her appearing, she plucks out a guy's eyeballs and makes him eat them. It's so good. Oh, hello. I just ate a bus. You're through. I misspelled your. I'll tolerate murder, but not bad spelling. I don't feel bad about cheating with the grenades. Oh, that is micro. I didn't even think about that. I also have been reading I read the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle run, which was about 30 odd issues. It is pretty good. Alright, that took a little bit longer than I expected, but we can move on to X-Men. I can't tell if that was in slow motion, or if it was just the graphics were throwing it out, but Blue Beetle, yeah. From 2006 to 2009. Oh, they referenced the Netflix series. You gotta get out of here. I'm in this game now. I don't know if blowing up the entire building was necessary. The Blue Beetle movie was not bad, it was just a little bit generic in terms of, like, it felt like it was just a grab bag of superhero movies. King building, they found over 281 ex-criminals. Oh no, there's a sequel hook. real quick, there's a trophy that we can get by just playing as
The Punisher.
Nick Fury. Oh, I forgot to save my high score. Oh well. Alright, I thought there was a trophy.
X-Men, Children of the Atom.
Hell yeah. You can also play as Akuma in this new version, without any special hoops. Again, I was not born when this game came out, so I don't have any real nostalgia for it. I feel bad because the first thing that came to my head when you said that was, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it. Let's go with Cyclops.
Round one. Fight.
I'm a bit rusty. And let me take a screen cap of this move list. Get out of here.
You win.
No, go me.
Round two. Fight.
The villains are almost certainly just picked based on what would be interesting to animate, and not for any other reason.
Gene Slice. Gene Slice. Gene Slice. Optic Blast. Optic Blast. Optic Blast. You win.
Yeah! Powers and everything, friend. I'm not your friend, don't put labels on me.
Round one. Fight. Gene Slice.
Colossus, no.
Optic Blast.
Well, there's a famous tidbit from the development of Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where the Marvel side of the development was like weirded out because Capcom insisted on Shumagorath, like that was non-negotiable.
You win.
and the Marvel reps couldn't really figure out why. I think it's just because he's cool to animate, and not for any. Oh no, there's a SWAT team ready to jump us. I was not ready for this. I haven't finished the moves for my second Marvel fighting roster, but I did add, like, due to popular demand, I added, like, assist fighters, like in Mortal Kombat 1. So that I wouldn't have to, add more people to the regular roster. I mean, MODOK is cool. I wish MODOK could... I wish MODOK had gotten more respect in his MCU debut, rather than whatever was supposed to be going on there. And I actually think that Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is missing some veterans and a couple iconic characters, but I think on the whole, it's actually has a really good roster in terms of like representation for franchises. It's really only missing a Fantastic Four member and Mega Man. And that's really about it. But I think Super Scroll was a decent compromise for not wanting to do more than one slot for a Fantastic Four character. Yeah, I assume he's going to be in, because I think they are working on a Marvel vs. Capcom 4. I think that's why this collection exists, is because they want to build up hype for that. But I think, given how Infinite bit them in the ass, I think they're going to go for a more arcadey experience, and that would just make sense to have classic Mega Man in there. Yeah, well, they had a working, or a rough version of Human Torch in there, but the graphics, like, it was just too graphics intensive, whatever. I am getting my ass beat. They'll probably go back to 3v3 considering how 2v2 was received. The gameplay, for the most part, wasn't that bad in Infinite. It was just kind of everything around it. It actually has a lot in common with Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe in that it was kind of a bare bones experience that was kind of just assuming that they would get DLC. Which Infinite technically did, but they were hoping that it would be, last for several years. The fact that just adding a filter to the graphics fixes them tells me that it probably was supposed to look cel-shaded, and they just removed that because they wanted it to look worse. I'll remember that. Oh no.
Round
I figured that she would be annoying.
Up the glass.
I've also been reading the 80s vigilante comic from DC, which is kind of a similar vibe to Punisher.
Gene twice. Up the
And I actually wrote, because I've written a couple of script outlines for DC movies, and I wrote a vigilante one because I was bored.
up the glass. Up the glass. Gene slice.
Oh, I lost.
Round two. Fight. Up the glass. Up the Up the glass. Up the
Yeah, it's been since it came out that I've seen it. I think that series was mainly,
You win.
I don't know, the writing was not super great.
Round three.
It wasn't bad, but it was just kind of whatever. It was really the performances that brought it out. John Bernthal really brought his A game. Especially for that one scene where he sees his family that everybody turned into a meme.
Up the glass. Up the glass. Up the glass.
Yes, I did know that. I forgot that he was micro.
Up the glass. Up the glass. Up the
I
glass.
don't actually know that much about the Fantastic Four. And by that I mean, when I say I don't know much, it means that I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge about them, which is kind of how I define my knowledge.
You win.
I feel like that Fantastic Four movie is going to be good, even though it's kind of tied in with this new Avengers movie that everybody's kind of freaking out about.
Up the glass. Up the glass. You win.
I think the only Fantastic Four cartoon I watched was that one clip from the 80s cartoon where Magneto stops by a gas station to get gas for his car.
Up the
Well, no, I don't know why he stopped at the gas station because he doesn't need gas, but that he just went on to brag about how cool his car is.
Up the glass. Up the glass.
Mr. Fantastic tricks him with a wooden gun, and Magneto is just so stunned by that he surrenders. What the hell are you doing, lady? I was so distracted that I did not notice her turning into 5 people. I'd tank with the X-Men only if I wanted to lose. That is an X-Man, Cyclops. Dinosaurs!
Round 1.
Oh, this track really slaps.
Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast. Tornado claw. Tornado claw.
Yeah. When we beat the when we beat it as Cyclops, I'm gonna. Actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might switch to reading out my fighting game roster and a couple of my recaps.
Gene slice.
But I think I'm trying to think.
Tornado claw.
I think all of the X-Men in this game are in my fighting game roster, but aside from Juggernaut and Magneto, none of the villains are.
Berserker barrage. You win. Round 2. Fight. Optic blast.
I wrote a Vigilante movie for DC, and I wrote an outline for a Martian Manhunter movie. Because I have nothing else to do with my life.
Real pro.
Logan, please.
Real pro. Real pro. Real pro. Optic blast. Gene slice. Berserker barrage. Optic blast. Real pro.
Get out of here.
Yes.
He's so cool. I was hoping we'd fight Spiral.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's how it's gonna be, huh? It's a Capcom boss. I don't know what I expected.
Optic blast. Optic blast. Gene slice. Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast. Gene slice. Optic blast. You win. Round 2.
Yeah, they needed it. One other thing that I did not care for in Infinite is just I did not like the Infinity Stone system. I don't like the universal buff system.
Optic blast. Gene slice. Optic blast.
He can pick you up when you're on the ground.
Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast. Gene slice. Optic blast. Optic blast. You win.
I barely won that. Oh, Juggernaut is freaking out down there. He's on that shit.
You dare rise against me? The human era is over. Mutant era has come.
I don't hold the absence of the Fox characters from Infinite against the developers, because I'm sure that since they were making a Marvel vs. Capcom game, that they would have loved to include Wolverine, but that was out of their hands, because that was just the general policy. Magneto, please! Holy shit, ah! Hang on. There we go. My sound disconnected for a second. I mean, that was just when the CEO of Marvel just did not believe in using any of the characters that Disney didn't have the rights to, or promoting them at all. That's why we went 3 years without having a Fantastic Four comic on the shelves. What? Oh, hang on. Sorry, I didn't realize that it froze. There we go. What is this shit? I don't blame you, man. I think I have like one of those like Lego minifigures. They're not actually Legos, but those mini-make figures. I think I have one of Magneto. And if I knew where he was, he would not be safe right now. Do I just have to wait for him to be done? Man. Finger guns. I finger gunned him so hard he exploded. Together we shall conquer humankind. Thank God that these guys didn't help. And that the two on the left and right are twins. I used to play a lot of um, Mugen Marvel games. Those are the fan-made ones, using mostly sprites that are from here. What did he gain by destroying himself? Oh, I can probably share, actually. I started reading the X-Men from the very beginning, because I'm curious about... I was curious about what it was like before they got super popular. And let me see, I think I posted this screen cap somewhere. Omega Red has been spotted. Professor X, I see you jerking off back there. Don't think I don't. And while I'm thinking about it, this animation of them all walking is very funny to me, and I don't know why. I felt like switching my avatars. You gotta flip it turn ways. Now let me pull it up. Are they making... Oh, he has his own sprite. Sorry, that remix that they were doing using the voice clips was distracting me. So, in the first issue of X-Men, one of the first things that Xavier does is he pulls them into a training session. And while Iceman is distracted, he has Beast throw a bowling ball at his head as hard as he can. Professor Xavier is such an asshole, it's great. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Do we want to try some Marvel superheroes? Oh, look at that. It's so clean. Hang on, let me turn off that CRT filter that's really bothering me. Oh, hang on. I forgot. We can play Akuma. I forgot about that shit. They made it so so you can access it. Well, it's a setting you can turn on, but you can access them like normal without having to do any work. Let's see. You can also access Juggernaut and Magneto over here. But more importantly, I'm sure that this was unbelievably hyped back in the day. I'm sure a lot of people heard about this and didn't believe it. know Akuma has missed some of the installments, but I think a Marvel vs. Capcom game without Akuma is also really missing something. The rumor for Infinite was that Gil was supposed to be part of the first wave of DLC, but they replaced him with Black Widow. So there was, so because they did that, there was now Marvel had more characters in it than Capcom did, which would have been fixed, except it was a huge flop, so they stopped making DLC. Cyclops, or Psylocke, sorry. Psylocke got pitch slapped.
Round one. Fight.
I don't know shit about Omega Red, I just realized. I just know that he'd have a great career in hentai. When we were talking about Twitter the other day or yesterday, I realized that one of the reasons that I'm glad that I don't have Twitter anymore is that I no longer see those bullshit like
Round two. Fight.
like those bullshit articles that like leak stuff. Like they try to say like known a trustworthy source, but the source is like another Twitter user, and there's no actual like good source for it. And mainly the ones I would see were about Marvel movies, because that's, you know, that's the hotness. Carbonadium, huh? But anyway, the reason I was thinking about that is a few months ago I saw there was one that started there was a leak that started trending that Marvel was looking at Dwayne Johnson to be Apocalypse in the new X-Men movie, which is bullshit for lots of reasons. But given the way that he behaved towards DC, there is no fucking way. Also, he doesn't play villains anymore. That's like one of his things. Also, he's just an asshole and I don't want him to be in movies. But given the way The Rock behaved when he was Black Adam and like all of his misbehavior, there's no way Marvel is just gonna hand him another franchise. I think we demonstrated Akuma pretty well. We can do a run of Marvel superheroes. Yeah.
Superheroes.
Actually, give me 1 second.
Marvel superheroes.
Actually, hang on. I don't think I know, actually. Is there a... Oh, there is a guest character. It's... her. Okay. Well, that was weird. Let's go be Spider-Man.
Marvel superheroes.
Oh, from Darkstalkers? Okay. I was a little confused. Oh, that theme slaps. Listen to that.
Spider Sting. Spider Sting. Web ball. Star Destroyer. Spider Sting.
Wait, what happened to the Statue of Liberty? Whoa, I didn't even notice that. They fucked it up like in the last Spider-Man movie. What happened?
Shield slash. Shield slash. Shield slash.
Stop yanking my shit.
Shield slash. Shield slash. Spider Sting. Web ball. Shield slash.
Does he have to pick up his shield, like, manually? Well, I'm gonna make sure he can't do it. Oh man, he got it back.
Shield slash. Web ball. Web ball. Spider Sting.
Why does Capcom hate America?
Shield slash. Web ball. Shield slash. Shield slash. Web ball. Web ball. Shield slash.
Hang on, I probably should have looked at the move list. They're looking for people at the Clown College. Damn, son. I think Blackheart is also just because he looked interesting to draw.
Showtime.
I mean, this increased like the visibility of the obscure characters, which is kind of the point. I don't know. I forgot that he was in that Ghost Rider movie. I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years, or maybe like 15. I just realized it hasn't been out for 20 years, so it's probably more like 15. It was 2007. I was hoping that when Ghost Rider, when the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider was going to get its own show, I was hoping so bad that that Johnny Blaze would show up and it would be Nick Cage again. I wanted so bad for the Ghost Rider movie to be canon, because I think that would be funny. Oh no, his goblins have their ass out. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, he's still here. I didn't even notice all these guys on fire in the background. I'm sure they reached out to lots of people, but yeah. I kind of prefer the Deadpool and Wolverine movie the way it actually happened, because the people, the cameos they picked actually seemed purposeful instead of just well, obviously it was a cameo for fan service, but the fact that it was just like 3 or 4 people that showed up that does add more to it. Magneto, why were you easier than the other guys?
For JJ.
Oh, that's right. This was in the 90s when Hulk was Professor Hulk.
Let's rock. Showtime.
Why was Hulk the easiest person so far? one thing, this is about Blue Beetle. I know that we moved on from that, but something I wish Blue Beetle had done is that the comic Blue Beetle takes place in El Paso, Texas, and I wish that the movie had kind of kept that, because it's, well, first of all, it's just a unique setting, but I think the, like, the racial stuff that the movie has to say would hit a little more if it was in a place like El Paso instead of a made-up city that I don't even remember if they said where it was. Or I'm sure they did, but I don't remember. This is why I don't like seafood, in case you were curious. That's not true. I love seafood. Shumagorath is just contemplating his life right now. Shrimp is my favorite food, but I know that seafood is not for everybody. I don't care if you like it or not. That was I probably should have phrased that better. You can like whatever. Nothing matters in the end. I forgot that this was what Iron Man looked like in the 90s. He's very action figure coded right now. Have I had that web swing move the whole time? Well, shit.
One for JJ.
You'll make somebody a great sidekick someday. No fair flying. I don't like how right you are. Our friend, Juicy Herman, our streaming buddy, he's a huge Doom fan, and he had been talking for like 2 years about how Doom since the Kang stuff wasn't working, that they should replace him with Doom. And I know that a lot of other people were saying that, but he was really heavily into saying it on his streams. And I'm pretty sure that he wished for that to come true on a monkey's paw, and that's how we got here. No, I need to get my time back. I'm pretty sure that the stinger for the Fantastic Four movie is just gonna be that all of the Kangs are dead, and it's Doom who did it, which is very funny to me. But that's just a guess, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be true. Thor, is that you? Oh, Mephisto's back there. I didn't even see. He was in the comic storyline after all. Nova's back there. I think that's Drax. Before his blow up. Before his operation. Is it? I'll look that up in a second, because I swear that's Drax. I don't remember having... Because Drax used to look a lot different, but, right now. I'm not trying to argue with you. That's who I thought it was. We can look that up in a second. Well, these bosses were a lot easier than the first one. Oh, this is when they were still married. Ooh. Man, I hope that their marriage never ends. Let me see here. It says that that's Drax, so... It also says that Scarlet Witch and She-Hulk are in there, but we didn't get to see them. Because they were on the other side of the screen. Let's go with purse.
One for JJ.
39 seconds. What does that mean?
Spike.
I can imagine how hyped this was as a kid. Well, comic fans are usually, you know, a specific kind of way.
Shield slash.
Now let's see. If no one minds terribly, we're gonna do X-Men versus Street Fighter and then take a quick look at my rosters because I want to play as Rogue.
Versus Street Fighter.
Actually, I need to quit.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Is this when they added the tag team stuff? The crossover no one knew they wanted. Oh yes. Hell yeah. We're gonna turn off the CRT emulation.
Optic blast.
X-Men versus Street Fighter!
Real one versus real one. Let's go.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Name a more iconic duo. I'll do Rogue and Ken. Ken is trying too hard in that photo up there.
Ready? Fight! Good.
Hang on, I don't know the controls. Get out of here! I'm trying to fight my waifu. You're getting in the way. Hell yeah. Sabretooth is so cool.
Ready? Fight!
Are we at like a quiz show? What's going on? I didn't even pay attention to the background.
You'll outlay.
Who's that? Let me fix that. Oh, birdie, obviously.
Easy win.
Oh, Dan's up in the top. I don't think Sabretooth would treat his sidekick very well. Robbie the Rabbit.
Ready.
Ready.
Fight. First attack. Good.
Get ready.
Tornado ball.
Yeah, my turn.
I actually stole from the Marvel vs. Capcom move lists a lot when I couldn't figure out what to do for my roster. I'm just not getting these, or figuring these out. Oh, there we go.
Good night, sugar.
KO. Whoa, win.
Easy win.
Hey, girl.
Ready.
Ready.
Fight.
Oh, that version of Zangief's song is pretty dope, actually.
Good.
Girl, be quiet. Dog, those are the neighbors. They're supposed to be there. This is Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, I forgot to change the category. Hang on. Well, technically, it's X-Men vs. Street Fighter. I like Zangief's song in Street Fighter 4 a lot, but Street Fighter 5's soundtrack was pretty peak. Oh, finally, we get to see her butt. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Those people live there, dog. Why did Cammy come back? Oh, hey, there's Blanca.
Fight!
Blanca is sad he didn't make the cut to the roster. This is the second most disrespectful thing to happen to Gambit this year.
Good. Good.
You know, you're not the only person that comes in here and says shit like that. I should probably make a corner for y'all to sit in.
Good.
Good night, sugar.
KO! Rogue win!
She came back for another kiss from Rogue. Cammy a freak. Also, hi, Alma. I forgot to say hi. Cataract.
Ready.
Ready.
Fight!
But in general, I think, again, MVC 3 has like a more balanced roster in terms of like representing franchises, because in MVC 2, half of the Capcom side is Street Fighter and half of the Marvel side is X-Men, because that's the sprites that they had ready. Which makes sense, but it's not as even. Man, they nerfed the shit out of Magneto. Children of the Atom Magneto was not taking this line down.
Good. Good. Rogue win!
Easy win.
I'm glad that she took her pants off.
Bye-bye.
It's the bad man. It's Oscar Isaac.
Get ready.
Ready. Fight! First attack. Your life is mine. Good.
Well, he was Apocalypse before he was Moon Knight. I am thinking of the right person, right? Who was in the X-Men Apocalypse movie? Oh, hello. Blanca's up there, and I think Forge. Dan is crying in the background, that's pretty normal. I think that was Banshee up there. I know that he's gonna be in the What If show, but I hope we get more of Moon Knight just like regular. Oh, do I get Ken's ending? I didn't mean to.
Ken, win!
They melted his action figure, look at him.
Ready.
Ready.
Fight!
Man,
First attack.
I should have switched to Rogue. I wanted to see her ending. At least you get to see his armpit. That's pretty cool. Sorry. I should probably explain that. I should probably explain that joke real quick. Press start during the wind pose. Oh, that's interesting. So it's on, I believe Dustloop is the fighting game page that I'm thinking about. And on the page for Dragon Ball Fighter Z, it lists all of the characters' moves, and it has little commentaries on the moves. And for Android 21 and Dragon Ball Fighter Z, it says this super move is kind of lame, but you do get to see her armpit, so that's pretty cool. And someone on Twitter noticed that and was like, is there something you want to share with the class? Person who edited this. In their defense, that's really, really funny.
Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter!
Are you ready, true believers? Capcom and Marvel have joined forces once again to bring you in Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter!
Oh, I need to...
Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter!
Are you
We also need to fix the CRT screen.
ready, true believers? Choose your alter ego!
It looks like it looks like the rest of the games don't have playable bosses, so... Oh, I want it to be Hulk, but okay.
Come on! Spidey sense tingling.
Ready. Fight.
That's a good point.
Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter!
Are you ready, true believers? Choose your alter ego!
Hulk and... Let's go with Sakura again.
Ready.
Oh, it's Blanca. Oh, Beast and Blanca are hanging out. Yes, I do, but that's actually in every version. In the re-release. I mean... Actually, we can... One one more time, we can restart so that we can take a look at him.
Marvel Superhero versus Street Fighter.
I don't know how to actually
Are you
access
ready,
him
true
though.
believer? Choose your alter ego.
The I swear it said that in this new re-release that he's in every version. But if that's true, we can switch to the Japanese version. Norimaro, sorry.
Marvel Superhero versus Street Fighter.
Are you ready, true believer? Choose your alter egos.
Oh, wait, I can't read Japanese. I'm not gonna be made a fool
Marvel
of.
Superhero versus Street Fighter.
Are you ready, true believers?
Okay, this time we're not gonna have any false starts. And Zangief.
Let's go.
Ready. Fight!
Omega Strike.
Gotcha, bitch.
Let's go. Let's go.
One of my favorite things that came out of the Deadpool and Wolverine movie is that this might be a spoiler.
Lucky.
Actually, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna go. It might be a spoiler, but we're gonna do it anyway. Murder that teenage girl. But there was like a... People were wondering if Liev Schreiber was going to reprise his role as Sabretooth, and the director was like being coy, like, who knows? I can't say, but someone asked Liev Schreiber and he was like, well, no. If that's Peter Parker, he's not being very subtle right now.
Let's go.
refuse to believe that I'm gonna get my ass kicked by Dan. Dan does not deserve that credit.
Continue. Choose your alter ego. 3, 2,
Let's go, bub.
Ready. Fight!
Stop it! Sure. Actually, let me see if it says. Crossover combination. Okay. I don't know why that's not working, but I'm just gonna murder this girl real quick so we can figure it out later.
KO! Wolverine!
Man, his cheeks are clenched like a motherfucker.
Come on! Come and
Let's
get
go,
me!
bub.
Ready. Fight!
Oh look, they're having a date night over there and Charlie's just hanging out.
Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast.
No problem.
Optic blast.
Team strike! Team strike!
Optic blast. Optic blast.
Team strike!
Let's go.
Your turn!
Man, I don't know why I fell for that.
You win!
Sakura's really sad in the corner down there.
Continue. Choose your alter ego. 3,
Come on! Come and
Let's
get
go,
me!
bub.
Ready. Fight!
did that work?
Let's go.
Deep strike. Deep strike.
Danger!
Your turn.
What's weird about that love triangle is that for most of it, it's not really a love triangle. It's just Wolverine trying to mac on a girl who's taken, and is it really interesting? Or interested, rather.
Win for JJ. What happened?
This is not working out well for us.
Continue! Choose your own lane! Let's rock!
Yeah, come on. Come and
Let's
get
go,
me.
Bob.
Ready! Fight!
Optic blast. Optic blast. Optic blast. Your turn. Okay. Optic sweep. Optic sweep.
Let's go.
When we're done with this, we can switch to my rosters, and then we can call it,
Wolverine!
because it's been a little long.
Rookie.
But I'm looking forward to trying to fight you in Fight Night, at least. I put the word out in another server that if they want to join Fight Night, they should get the PS version. So, Puma, you used to be my friend. I don't think I've ever really played it before. Well, I told Vanny that if he's interested, that he needs to get the PS version so that we're all on the same thing.
Rookie. Let's go, Bob.
Ready! Fight!
But even if you're not super interested in in these old games, if you want an MZB in a Marvel vs. Capcom 4, a proper one, you need to support it by buying this to show that it'd be worth it to Capcom. Well, he's busy, so who knows, but if he does buy it, he knows to get the PS version. That's all that matters. Oh no, there's two of them. I do most of my gaming on the PS5, so it wasn't even. I didn't even know that there was no crossplay. I was just gonna get the PlayStation version anyway. Bison.
Let's go, Bob.
Ready. Fight!
Coming to get you, Bison. They should have added a Jean-Claude Van Damme skin to Street Fighter 6 as well, now that I think about it. Damn it. The Jean-Claude Van Damme DLC comes with free cocaine. Hey Viper, hope you're having a good day. That was a weird thing to come into. So again, I've never really played these older ones. This is Marvel vs. Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. And we are getting our ass beat. If I had a nickel for every time that my chat comes into a twerk off, I would have 3 nickels. We'll probably call it after regular Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
Continue. 8. Choose your alter ego. 3.
But I hope you're having a good day, Viper. I'm looking forward to Fight Night with you
Ready. Fight!
and fighting against your boyfriend Gambit. I mean, I can't hurt him any worse than X-Men 97 did, so... refuse to believe that Dan beat my ass again!
Continue! Choose your alter egos!
Fuck it, Cyclops.
Ready! Fight!
I know. You know what it is. Damn it. That just passed right through me for some reason. That is a crazy emote there. How did he cancel my fucking super? Jesus. Well, everybody's gonna know I'm bad at video games. My secret.
Choose your alter egos! Ready! Fight!
If we lose this 2 more times, we're just gonna skip to my fighting game rosters and then we're gonna call it. What kind of shitty ass pacifists are you, Dolphin?
Continue! Choose your alter egos! Soldier!
Is that Cody?
Fight!
Andy, shut up! Sick of you. Sorry. It's only funny when I do it. did. I did see Cody. And now his shield is taunting me like... He wants to be in Marvel vs. Capcom so bad.
Continue. Choose your alter ego.
Alright, let's try a different strategy.
Ready. Fight.
Okay, I'm a man of my word.
Continue. 8. 7.
Let me pull up the right soundtrack and then we'll go quickly over my Marvel fighting game roster.
3, 2, 1, 0. Game over.
I was hoping something crazy would happen, like they would explode or something. Let me get my music ready. I think there's a difficulty slider, so if necessary, we can come back to it. I think there's other difficulty settings as well. And this won't take long. Shout out to Toe Jam and Earl for the funky jams. So in my vision of this fighting game, it would be the same, essentially the same fighting system as Injustice, but just with Marvel. And the roster for the first game has actually not changed that much, or at all. It's still got Beast, Black Cat, Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Deadpool, Doctor Doom, Emma Frost, Green Goblin, Hawkeye, Hela, Hulk, Iron Man, Loki, Mandarin, Miss Marvel, Moonstone, Quicksilver, Rogue, Sandman, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, Storm, Thor, Ultron, Venom, Vision, War Machine, Wasp, and Wolverine. I'll post actually hang on. Oh, I'll post links to these in a little bit. But for DLC, I had Cable, Psylocke, and Omega Sentinel as part of the X-Men pack. For the Secret Invasion pack, I had Nova, Spider-Woman, and Super Skrull. Winter Soldier is in the second roster I did, but there's Anti-Venom, Daken, Wolverine's son, Jackal as a clone of the Beast, Harry Osborn, Red Hulk, and Yelena Belova. And I added stages the other day for Asgard, the Avengers Mansion, Doom Castle, the Raft, New York, Oscorp, Savage Land, the Helicarrier, Stark Industries, and Stark Tower, Wakanda, and the X-Mansion. And I did add moves to everybody, like Beast has like rushdown moves as well as like gadgets that he can throw. But I'm not gonna read the full thing of that right now. I'll just post the link right there. And switch to the sequel, which is, I think, a little bit different than the last time I showed it, I think. And also took more work because a lot of the characters I had didn't have sprites from this game that I was using. But there's Ant-Man, Apocalypse, Baron Zemo, the female Beetle, Black Cat, Black Panther, Bullseye, Captain America and Captain Marvel, Cyclops, Deadpool, Dr. Octopus and Doctor Strange, Dust from the X-Men, Enchantress and Falcon, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye and Hulk, Iceman, Iron Fist, and Iron Man, Kang is the boss, Leader, Luke Cage, Magic, Miss Marvel, Mystique and Nightcrawler, Quicksilver and Rogue, Scarlet Witch and She-Hulk, Songbird, Spider-Man, Storm, Sunspot, Thor and Wiccan, Winter Soldier, your boy, and Wolverine, which is the Laura, the X-23 version. And for DLC, there's Gamora, Magneto, and Blade, Sentry, Star-Lord, Elsa Bloodstone, Dracula, and Sister Grimm. I'm not taking notes on these two. These were mandatory. Machine Man, Medusa, Daredevil, and the Fantastic Four is like the final ones. Beta Ray Bill is a skin of Thor. Blue Marvel is of Sentry. Colossus is Luke Cage. Gambit is Bullseye. Jim Hammond is the Human Torch. Juggernaut is Hulk. Monica Rambeau is Captain Marvel. Speed is Quicksilver. Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man 2099 are of Spider-Man. U.S. Agent is Captain America, and White Tiger is of Black Panther. And I added assist fighters because there were some because a couple of people wanted some more characters, so I decided to just add them as like cameos, like in Mortal Kombat 1. We have America Chavez, Archangel, Blink from the Exiles, Carnage, Cloak and Dagger, Dazzler, Electra, the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, Groot, Howard the Duck, Jubilee Lizard, Miles Morales, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, Moon Knight, Multiple Man, Namor, Punisher, Rom the Space Knight, Silver Surfer, Slapstick, Squirrel Girl, and Zimnu. Rom, Slapstick, and Zimnu are specifically for one person who really wanted them, and I'm nothing if not a people pleaser. But for the stages, I had Avengers Tower, SHIELD Headquarters, The Raft, New York Streets, Wakanda, New Asgard, Utopia, which is just Krakoa, an Egypt stage for Apocalypse, Thunderbolts Mountain, Abandoned Hydra Lab, the Sanctum Sanctorum, and Kang's Time Ship. And for DLC stages, I added, I don't know if you know this, but Dracula at one time had a fleet of flying pirate ships on the moon. So I really wanted that to be a stage. There's the Inhuman City at Attilan, whatever. the cave that the Runaways used to live in, and the Baxter Building. And I accidentally deleted a lot of the moves for the characters, so most of them don't have any in this version. And I will post the link there. But let's see. I think we've covered a good amount of ground. I don't think anyone I know is streaming right now, but I will double check. Nope. But thank you, Sammy and Viper, for stopping by. I might be back like late in the evening, but probably not. I won't be, and when you guys have fight night, I obviously won't be streaming then, but let's see. Yeah, I would say that's about it. Thank you guys for stopping by. It's been a blast. Take easy and stay safe.